What's up, fellas? It's Mark Parson, Cornerback Pro. All right, so, it's pretty cool. I've been helping some of my young fellas just with ideas, bouncing ideas, just giving advice when it comes to recruiting and getting scout. So recruiting for colleges and getting scouted for the league. And, everybody's different. Every situation is different. I can give you from my experience, and that's what I like to do. So here's some free game right here when it comes to this. All right. It's how you see things. Okay. See yourself. See this as a business. I don't care if you're 12 years old and you want to go to college, you have a strong desire, or you're coming off the street wanting to play pro, or you're in college, whatever it is. See this as a business, and the product is you. So the first thing when it comes to your product, it's ever changing. It's always constant. Even you're getting better or you're getting worse, but you never stay the same. So it's constant evolution. And you got to make sure that you set systems in place, constantly improving your skills and being prepared for the opportunity, because it will come. But the question is, are you going to be prepared? And I have multiple experiences when it comes to that, myself and others, right? So that's the first thing. This is a business. You're the product. Make sure that product is dope. At the end of the day, first, that's the first step. If the product isn't dope, then you need to focus on that. You need to make sure that you are an elite ball player that will help put food on the table for a coach and money in the pockets of an organization, whether it's college or NFL team. It's all a business, guys. The faster you understand that it's not about coaches and organizations helping you, the better. This is about what you can do for the organization at the end of the day. How much money can you put in their pockets? And how do you do that? By being dope. So that's number one. Number two, how do you sell yourself? So let's say let me give you another way to look at this. Let's say you have a product, right? Let's say it's just your invention. Let's just say whatever. You let your mind wander. You have an invention. It doesn't matter how good that invention if nobody knows at this point. So you have a dope invention. It's awesome, but it doesn't matter if nobody knows it, right? So now you have to put this product in front of as many people as possible who are possible buyers. Okay. So let's break it down like this. Who do you know? So that's the first question you ask yourself. Ask the universe. Ask your subconscious mind. Like, who do I know? You'd be surprised how many things pop in your mind. Get a list. Say, who do I know? So guys who played ball in the league, guys who played ball in college. You'd be surprised. Who do I know? Ask yourself that question. Get a list and write down all the names you know that could possibly know scouts, recruiters, coaches. You'd be surprised how many people you do know. So that's the first step. How many colleges exist? How many pro teams exist? Who do I know? Okay. What can I do to get an introduction, a warm introduction to these individuals? So what can I say to the people I do know who knows this coach, who knows this person? All right. It's like a web, man. It's like a web. You'd be surprised who you're connected to. So that's first step. You have to do that. That's your work that you have to figure out. Now, what are my resources? Guys, so young fella I'm talking to now, his name is Vernon. So shout out to Vernon. I just text Vernon. No, so check this out. There's a scout because I'm on LinkedIn. Are you guys on LinkedIn? Or do you have a family member on LinkedIn? I just randomly got a notification that a particular scout, followed me. And I didn't even think about it, but college coaches and NFL coaches and NFL recruiters and, scouts and college recruiters, guys, they're on social media. So understand the dynamic of each social media. Sometimes social media on IG, guys are on there just to chill and just, to be themselves. LinkedIn is professional, right? So they're going to be on there. They're going to have their accolades in there, and they're going to have all their, because they're trying to get a job. They're trying to get another job or a higher job or whatever. Bro, social media. You can reach out to people. You can introduce yourself. And when you do reach out to people, the first thing that you say should not be necessarily even selling them a product. It's the first mindset should be, how can I help this guy? Maybe I know a coach. Maybe I know somebody. That's the first thing. Let me introduce myself. Here's what I do. Here's what I've done. Here's my situation. I just want to let you know, I appreciate your work. Research the person before you do. You're just not going, look, it's like trying to talk to a girl, right? The more information you have on a young lady who you're trying to talk to, what kind of music she likes, who are her friends, what was, you can find a lot of stuff on social media. What TV shows she likes, who does she follow? Get information, man. Research a person, and they'll appreciate that if you research them first before you reaching out to them. And just don't reach out talking about me. This is what I need. This is what I need. What do they need? What do they want? Form a real relationship. That one relationship with that coach can spur multiple relationships with other coaches and scouts. But it has to be genuine. You have to reach out to guys. You have to do your homework, do your due diligence on a person, know as much as possible, and then introduce yourself. And that takes time. Like the first time you don't want to be trying to get recruited at the last minute or get scouted at the last minute. This is something that you should have been doing in college. If you're a college football player, you should have been building relationships with coaches, scouts, all of the above, making introductions. If I'm at Ohio, man, I wish I would have known this, guys. If I'm at Ohio University and my goal is to play in the NFL, from freshman year, I'm making sure that my product is right, hustling, working hard, making sure my team wins and goes to the bowl game and conference championship, right? But then at the same time, I know how many teams are in the NFL, and I need to be doing research on each one of these teams and reaching out to them. Say, hey, just let you know, the ones I really want to go to, hey, maybe I can set up an introduction for one of these scouts to Coach Solich. After I build a relationship with them, I pick who I want to work with and who fits me and who can help me at the same time. I want to help them. Maybe I can do it. Coach Frank Solich is the head coach at Ohio University, Bobcats. Maybe I can make an intro to Coach David Brown, who's his cornerback coach. How far would that go? See what I'm saying? My mindset is, how can I help you? Because if I help you, I got a better shot at me being benefited as well. You got to understand, man, it's at the end of the day, it's all about people. And like I told you, work on yourself, improve yourself. What happens is as you get better, you start to attract better people, more elite people or successful people. And that's who you want to be around. Because whoever you're around, the 5 people who you're around, who are you going to be like? So who are you hanging with? Who do you know? How do I form relationships with people? Okay? So this is free game. Understand social media. You have resources, fellas. You got the Twitter, Facebook, man. Reach out to these guys, man. Learn about them. Send them a note. Say, hey, man, I just want to research. I'm like, man, I didn't know that dude played. He put up some great numbers when he played ball. Hey, man, I remember I saw in 2002 when you scored 3 touchdowns with a hurt ankle. It was amazing. You don't think that person's going to be like, man, wow, thanks, brother. Yeah, man, I'm playing too. I'm just working. Any information that you want to give, I would gladly take it. Because guys who play, man, we want to help. We want to help people, man. It's a good feeling. But the first time you talk to somebody shouldn't be when you're a senior and you're desperate trying to get in somewhere. That's not how it works. Just like a business. See this as a business. Build relationships with your customers. Make sure the product is dope, but build true relationships with these customers or potential customers. That's why I have you guys, before I sell any program, I always have you guys at least email me. You got to talk to me, man. I just don't want to necessarily put it up on a website and you guys just purchase. No, talk to me. Ask me a question. I work to get to it. I got a lot of people to hit me up, but I'd rather do it that way. All right. So these videos don't necessarily always get the most views, but it's jam-packed with the most info. See this as a business. You got to make the product dope. That's going to take hard work, smart work, and start building relationships with the people. One relationship with a coach. That's how I got to OU, fellas. I was at Fork Union. I didn't have any schools to necessarily pull the trigger. I was desperate at this point. I almost went to Rhode Island. This is what happened. My recruiting story. I went to Rhode Island visits, D1AA. My goal was to go D1A. I said, all right, man, I'm going to go, man. Drop your ego a little bit. And not saying there's anything wrong with D1AA or D2. I just set the goal, and I just want to go for the goal. And, man, great guys. They were like 0-11, I think. 0-10 or whatever. But they were cool guys, man. And that defensive coordinator liked me so much, he's the one that called Coach Jimmy Burrow. Now, you know who Jimmy Burrow is, right? Jimmy Burrow was DC at Ohio University for the past, 10, 11 years? He is the dad of Joey Burrow, who's the, Cincinnati Bengals, first pick, quarterback, LSU. I remember when Joey Burrow was a kid, we used to go eat ice cream at a coach's house. But he's the reason that coach, that D coordinator, liked me so much, liked my personality, liked my film, and said, hey, I got a guy for you. And then I called. I just happened to coincidence. I called Ohio and said, hey, look, here's my film. They're like, hey, yeah, the D coordinator I know, he spoke about you. Bring him up for a visit. Bam. That's all she wrote. So me knowing what I know today, there's a lot more that I could have done in my business. You see what I'm saying? But you live and learn. Hopefully you guys learn from this. All right. Make sure you guys hit me up, cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Ask for the 101s mastery program. And it's up to you, man. This is a business. Guys, 8th grade, 9th grade, this is when you start getting recruited. This is when you start building those relationships. Guys, if you're in college, you want to go pro. Don't wait to say, well, my agent will do this and that. Bruh, you don't know if the agent is doing anything, okay? Especially if you're a first rounder, it's different. You don't even need an agent, okay? But you don't know. You don't want to depend on somebody else getting your bread. You don't want to depend on that, bro. You got to get it. Start by forming these relationships. Reach out to people. Figure out what I can do for them. How can I help them? What do they want? They're trying to get a job, bro. They're broke, man. Scouts ain't making no bread like that, compared to everybody else, I'm saying. No, I didn't mean to say broke, but you know what I'm saying. It's like these cats want to move up the ladder to get to their dream and goal, just like you are. So how can you help them? Who do you know? Get it, step into the mind, see the world from their perspective, and then help them. And then you'll form a great relationship. All right, peace.